We family on a good evening. I hope say any side also on a friend on herself. Now the world, I hope say una they do well. We don't come again today na yaso for can talk about salon issues. And today Friday, July 1st. Boku thing then don't happen at the land that we love. Boku different thing them back don't happen na the different side them countries them where we find ourselves. But in it all, we thank God for life. We thank God for well body, and we gladly where we able feel ourselves among the living and not amongst the dead. So I wear me Canada Day t-shirt today. For the one that we don't know, I don't want to make una confuse me color with the land that we love, them particular them place. I wear this t-shirt here so for pay homage to the country where I find myself. Okay, we in Canada. And today, 1st of July, na Canada Day. So Canada Day, we mean to say na the founding day of Canada, the day where all the different people can come together and agree say this place here so go be known as Canada, and then go do things them together. So today being July 1st, every year July 1st we celebrate Canada Day in Canada. So I want for take this opportunity for say happy Canada Day to all Canadians in Canada, whether you know Sierra Leonean, we can Canada like me, we eventually become a Canadian, whether you they aspire for become a Canadian, whether you they think for immigrate to Canada. It is a beautiful place, it is a beautiful land. So I want to say happy Canada Day to everyone, and especially to we viewers and listeners them where they inside Canada. Donc j'aimerais prendre un moment pour dire une grande bonne fête du Canada à tous les Canadiens et Canadiennes. Aujourd'hui c'est la fête du Canada, étant le 1er juillet. À chaque année, le 1er juillet, on prend le temps pour fêter le Canada, pour fêter l'indépendance, pour fêter la démocratie, pour fêter tout ce qui nous unit comme les Canadiens. Donc aujourd'hui, c'est 7 jours et nous prenons le temps de dire bonne fête Canada à tout le monde. Si vous souhaitez immigrer au Canada, et ou si vous êtes au Canada et que vous souhaitez devenir un Canadien, je vous dis bonnes aspirations et bonne fête à tous, surtout à nos écouteurs qui nous écoutent pendant les années, durant les années dans cette programme. Je vous souhaite bonne fête du Canada. And to the forebearers, the custodians of this land, the First Nations people, the holders of water and the holders of Mother Earth, I would like to say miigwech, which is thank you. Now I want make we move on to another part. Now this show ya so. Today we can talk about we talk about matters arising. Matters arising. We are looking at various issues affecting the people of Sierra Leone. So we not just the focus on one thing. And also last week, I've been telling I say we can talk about the new proposed electoral the 2022 Electoral Act. But see then kind thing and they just you can talk, but you need for take your time for read waiting been there before, so meaning that for you get for take your time for read the 2012 Act, right? And then you can see waiting and they propose right now for see the additions then, because don't forget this thing has constitutional implications, right? It has constitutional implications. So because it get constitutional implication, and as far as we know to date, the process through which them for go for even amend certain things that within the Electoral Act, they not follow that process thing. Instead, this thing has been presented to Parliament. Parliament don't do a first acknowledgement of it. Now, then they in the process, I think that, sorry guys, there's a lot of cycling, I call it them motorbikes there. This summer, them bikers, them quite of them day, because again, like I said, today na Canada Day. And because na Canada, they all man they enjoy, all man they this. Some people and their own enjoyment now for go vrrr, they make noise and people less. I'm gonna try to limit the noise. I don't lock on the window then I'm used, because first of all it's hot, but then still the noise still they infiltrate, they penetrate inside, because are they a bit closer to the road. That's why. Hopefully it not disturb on a hearing of waiting at the say, and that one are still able to get me properly, even as I try for project as much as I can. So as I've been they say, the National Electoral Act, they don't make boku changes them. And the funny thing is that the people them where the changes affect the most, now the people them where this current government been promised say when they come, then go look into the to SIM, and then go make sure say that give look into the blockades them, or the bottleneck them, or the gap them where they prevent people like we said for even if I didn't Canada, I go able for cast me vote as a Sierra Leonean, and participate in me democratic franchise, because just because I'm a Canadian doesn't mean that I automatically forfeit me entitlement to being a Sierra Leonean. No, I can be a dual citizenship, and which is what I have. I have a dual nationality. I am a Sierra Leonean and I am a Canadian. Okay, and I get the right for exercise the privileges them accorded to me under both constitution now inside the two countries them. But from the small thing when we don't read right now, the laws them they don't introduce so many things them inside this the new proposed thing act here, so we really disenfranchise the diasporan voters them. So say if people and they really plan right now for go Salone, come June, or actually come September, because registration starts in September, and now they can introduce a bill in July. Let's just say July, because now last week they introduced that you can introduce a bill in July. A bill where you not sensitize the people about, a bill where you not get even formal consultation from the population and all the necessary stakeholders them about. You want to introduce that bill there, and you want to make sure say that bill they apply for this coming election, there are issues to that. So I take all this time for talk this. We go into this a little bit later, just a little bit, but the nitty-gritty of it, I can't go into it right now because, like I said, in order for me to effectively deal with the subject matter, I need to make sure say I don't do a thorough reading, comprehensive reading of what is and what is currently being proposed. Okay, so I hope say we all understand that. I will ask for me to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we a 2 minute break. Let's take a 2 minute break. I need to drink some water and check on the noise, please.
Mina Yvonne Akisoyer, Mayor of Freetown, and I'm really glad for telling all I'll do and Boku Tenki on this my 4th anniversary in office, 11th of May 2022. I come into office with a commitment for transform Freetown. Not to work with me one able do, now work with all they do together. 4 years on, I'm so grateful to God and everybody will work with me. Say we don't touch every single part of Freetown. Transform Freetown, don't make a mark. From Ward 446 through to Ward 399. From Oregu Bridge through to Levuma Beach. No sign or day where you not go see the evidence, the footprint and the work of Freetown City Council. When it comes to transform Freetown, we really focus on transforming lives. We mean say the small things themselves matter. And we not focus on one part of the city. We make sure say we touch east, central and west. And this takes me now to Wilberforce Multi-Purpose Center. And I'll call a market because we pass market. We take off from Usami predecessor left for continue the work for complete this project. We don't do a significant amount, and although we been get some donor funding, the vast majority of the money will make you able to see this impressive structure. We hope for finish in just another few months. The vast amount of that money they come from Una Freetonians.
Within the Wilberforce community, Wilberforce village to be specific, we get this building project to be done there for a very long period of time. I think it's about 5 years we don't start this project, but we don't see some remarkable improvements that don't take place over the first 2-3 years, under the leadership of our worship, the Mayor Yvonne Akisoyer. And we can't today for gauge, for assess, the progress we don't make so far, for make sure say the community then get access to this facility and make sure say they make the best use out of it. Come like a member say, Wilberforce village that beside way before now be a very small community with less population, but if you can't get right side, the population don't grow by more than 10-fold. So needed for improve on infrastructure. I mean, if you see the market, the old market, you see in size and in space, you really know say they don't be catered for the kind of way where the population don't boom right now. So there's every need for make sure so we do this kind of fantastic projects for make sure so we serve the needs of the people.
This market, this.
Okay. So Famble then we don't come back when I think say I managed for diminish the noise level a little bit at this point. I think say I'm not going to hear a lot of background raving noise. Anyways, so at this point I want to take the next couple of minutes for remember somebody, for pay tribute to somebody now with Salone community we passed away last Sunday. Last Sunday, I should say we all wake up to a very devastating news. We woke up to a very devastating news about the passing of Madam Philomena Yunkela, where na the wife of Honorable Dr. Kande Yunkela, a current parliamentarian at the House. And for the one them we don't they watch Salone issues, una go know say I don't host Dr. Yunkela several times na this me show ya so for talk on different issues. And the one thing that's always remarkable every time we are host them is that at the corner somewhere I will always see a pic of in where Madam Philomena Yunkela in the corner listening in as we go through the interview. I have never met her personally as a person, but I have heard a lot of good said about her. I have had a lot of remarkable things said about her. A lot of people them know as Auntie Philo, and some people refer to her as Madam Yunkela. She was born and named Philomena Victoria Nyanga Nicholas. So she was a daughter of the Nicholas family, and in her teenage years in the high school met and fell in love with the person we know as Dr. Kande Kole Yunkela. Over the years since I have come to know about the existence of this woman, I am simply amazed at her gentle and humble and quiet spirit and her contribution, especially towards girls in Sierra Leone. It would surprise you to know that she was the first person to actually start sanitary pad distribution to girls in Sierra Leone. Hygiene, education to girls in Sierra Leone. She is she was, because now she's gone, she was a very fierce lobbyist towards the United Nations, different organizations of the United Nations for various causes in Sierra Leone. In order to pick usai it help, so long as you see the need and you get in buying, she is there 150%. But the only thing you would not hear is that she never makes noise about it. Others will talk about it, but she herself never made noise about it. And so therefore a lot of people then really know the magnitude or the extent to which this woman was an asset to Sierra Leone, period. An asset to Sierra Leone. So for me, having the husband on the show and several times talking about several issues, and her being there humbly sitting on the side listening in, it was admirable to see. What was even more admirable to know was the support of her husband. Very quiet, very humble, but she was the strength. She was his pillar. These two people have been together for 47 years. 47 years. In this day and age and society in which we live, to hear someone say that I've been with my wife for 47 years, it's something to be applauded. It's something to admire. And unfortunately, she became ill swiftly, and a little shy over a month, the good Lord called her to his bosom last Sunday as we all woke up with the news of her passing. From us from VOS and especially from the Salone Issues show, I would like to extend our sincere and deepest of condolences to the Nicholas family and also to the Yunkela family, and by extension to the NGC political party of which her husband happens to be the head, and also to the nation of Sierra Leone, because there are many mothers for that nation and she happened to be one humble amongst them. To many, she was known as Auntie Philo or Madam Yunkela, but to her husband, she was known as Phil. Phil, as he lovingly called her, I wish you both, even in the most difficult of circumstances, I wish you both, and I'm getting emotional because I know the love I have for my husband, and I know the love he has for me. And when I tell people we've been together almost 17 years, I almost see the jolt and shock on their faces. But it's that type of love and care that I'm talking about today for these two, Dr. Yunkela and the now past Madam Philomena Yunkela. They celebrated love, hardship, they weathered storms, they climbed mountains together for 47 years. And for him, it didn't matter who saw her beauty, who saw her humbleness, who saw her this, she was just Phil. And today, even in the most difficult of circumstances, I want to take a minute to wish you all, even in postmortem, I want to wish you both a happy 36 years wedding anniversary. Had she lived to see the 1st of July, you both would have celebrated your 36-year wedding anniversary together on this earth. However, the good Lord did not will it that way. But that is not to say there cannot be a recognition of that affection that you both shared, that love, that passion, that friendship that you both shared. I recognize that and I acknowledge that today. And even as we deal with this difficult situation, and as you sit there and question and wonder and and pant back and forth, just remember that heaven gained an angel, and by extension, you also gained an angel. And on your 36th wedding anniversary today, I pray that the arm of God wraps itself around you and your family and your daughter, Binta. May the soul of your dearly beloved Phil, as you call her, rest in perfect peace. May the Almighty receive her into His kingdom, and may Mother Earth rest gently on her. Our deepest and most sincerest sympathies. Well, we fumble them. I think I want to take a 2-minute break and then come back.
One specific thing, we've been catch the headlines, we've been caused so much pain, and have been the Wellington fire disaster. We happened on the 5th of November 2021. We as council, with the support of various donors and sponsors, will be able for not only provide medical, drugs and support in the hospital, feed the patients them for over 6 weeks, provide support to the doctors and the nurses. In all the left day, the one day we survive, and the families of the one day we not survive, 256 families will be able to get a cash transfer up to the tune of 1,450,000 each. We spend over 320 million leones.
Well, to be start with, we get the accident in our hospital, cannot they are admit. The first thing experience we get as a goodness from the FCC in our Freetown City Council is that from the mayor, if we take charge for taking the feeding, and if the feed we make provision, we eat up to 40 per day, and later we will discharge, we can homes them. He also create a vacuum for make a space for we able to get small thing now because as you know this problem will involve we discharge, you can host, not be able to do something on your own. The mayor look at them say them people are going to run discharge, so they're not able to get better thing at the end. If pen provision, you make a way, we are in get small thing we provide sim there where the money worth to 1,400,000 and some hundred. So we able to receive them from the mayor. So all the goodness I will get from the mayor, we're happy for them.
Wellington fire disaster, it touched we all. But fire disasters that happen so many times, up to 39 or 40 times inside 2021. And time again, council come in and provide support. One other one, we touch.
Okay, me fumble them. We don't come back. So today on day, in fact, I opened the phone line 30 minutes into the show. 30 minutes into the show, I opened the phone line for make people talk, because we they talk about different thing them. The first thing I want to talk about now, we want to go back and do a quick summary of the show where we do last week, where judgments come on our door and we see what happened. And last week I talked about police brutality. I talk about I use LAJ in case as a case study. So we see say just shortly after, it can always be after I don't do the show. After I do the show, that this week here, so the beginning of the week, we know say a magistrate by the name of Mark Gengbe. If I mispronounce the name, please forgive me. Some of their name here, so they asked for me for pronounce on Sunday. Of Pademba Road, court number 2, has today sentenced 11 accused persons to 36 months imprisonment each. They were charged with 2 counts of riotous conduct and disorderly behavior at the OSD headquarters. Accused persons rioted and misbehaved in a disorderly manner. Now I want to go to another so now this where so this magistrate in levy. Now this sentence here, so this magistrate in levy. So immediately after that, we see a post, for where they come out from a page called Salone Gossip. And it's not because it came from this page. I just want to highlight something where them pick up, where them say, it is unreal, unbelievable, and undone. So they were venting their frustration, They're like, this is complete slap in the face of the citizens, as 2 of King Boss LA's brother, music producer Don Creek and Blitz, Prezo Koma, Rashid Said, Zulaikatu Jarbs, and 5 others have been sentenced to 18 months for the first time. So basically, then name they are so what it called when they say LJ was arrested. Now them people they are so remember 2 of his brothers are amongst them, and amongst them is also a female. This female, according to what I understand, recently got married. She even has like a toddler, apparently. And she's been taken away from her child and been sent to prison for a first time offense, because according to everything where we know, them people they also not ever commit any offense against the state or anything. For first time offense where really riotous conduct and disorderly behavior, you say you're passing the jail, or then catch you person, you they try for get information are not forthcoming. Obviously you're going to be disgruntled, obviously you're going to be vexed, obviously you're not going to be calm and keep your cool. So this judging decide say it send them go jail for 18 months. And then the remember saying at 12 people then they arrest, and then the other one them then get 36 months. So like the LJ and some other people, and then they end up for get 36 months. Now, I know for say the Salone constitution give discretion to the judge for lay sentencing. So there are no guidelines, no rule, no law not there for tell and say if somebody commits this offense, you cannot sentence them beyond this. You not go sentence them past this, or you not go past that one day. But however, I believe say in the spirit of the law, because remember there is something called the applicability of the law and the spirit of the law. There are 2 different things then, right? You get the spirit of the law and then you get the applicability of the law. In the spirit of the law, I believe say when the constitution has been written, then believe say a magistrate will use common sense even in levying a sentence. You don't go levy somebody 3 years in jail. I don't know if some of you now understand what 36 months mean. Okay? For them first them 5 them in 2 brother them the other artist, I think she was an artist, the one with the toddler, then give them 1.5 year sentence in jail. And then for LJ and some other people them, and I think including in whatever, then give them 36 months. 36 months means in a 3-year jail. 12 months now they make a year. 24 months now they make 2 years. 36 months now they make 3 years. Like, does the punishment outweighs the crime in this situation? That's what people are asking. Why such a heavy-handed sentencing? And sometimes, I was still young, and I continue for say this, because even though I was still young, for that 4 years I was spending at Salone. For that 4 years I was spending at Salone. I left Sierra Leone, I think, the last time I left Sierra Leone as a teenager. I was 16 at the time. Okay, I go convent, I been on sit me level, and remember I go convent, I always don't talk this, I do form 3, 4 and 5. That's it. I don't do any other forms them. Nothing. And then I left Sierra Leone because it was at the peak of the war. After the invasion of Freetown, luckily, my family fortunate enough that they can airlift me out. They airlifted us out to Conakry, went to Guinea, stayed at the Air France lodging accommodation, because I had a cousin that worked for Air France. He's an how you call him? Whatever, they engineer the way they build and fix plane. Okay, so because of that, and then later I went to Abidjan, continued my studies like nothing happened, and from Abidjan I came to Canada. So I am one of the few fortunate one We thank God for family being situated or positioned in such a way that they are able to kill me out. But that did not mean for say I still not forget some of the atrocities that will happen around, right? I not still forget where they can they run kind of me granny and will say, hey, mommy call that judge, then look and they shoot her in belly. Hey, mommy call so and so person, then go na then host and say you belly too big. Oh, you not so and so person, and they look and point blank, then shoot them. Like, when I think of some of this heavy-handedness, where I think of some of the injustices there. So really, as a child then who saw a little bit, right, and as an adult now reflecting, you know, they think but waiting that young Pekin, that 16-year-old Pekin being sort of know and witness and see, right? And I see them thing so we not make sense, we not add up. I cannot help but question, say, hey, people, do not force a rising. Do not force, even mumu man self, where you don't provoke and after a while, you know, now at least I can say you make mumu man talk. And then I think it was yesterday or so, he was due in court. He went to court and they were hoping that with everything where in legal team put forward, then go grant and bail, because already according to reports that we had from his legal team, he's complaining of body aches, he's complaining of not being able to see properly. Because una not forget to, according to police admission, una not forget what happened to this guy so, and it can happen to anybody. First of all, encrypting Dadana in aid without him permission. Then subdue 3 months try for subdue him. They're not able him. Then go bring 7 more. So he was forced and pinned down, and who knows, battered. Who knows, battered. Who it is possible that he was battered by all them 10 people and so we eventually pin and down for crepe in Dadana in aid. So now this man is reporting to his legal team that he's feeling body pains, body aches, his eye is not functioning properly. And according to even your lawyer and other people there, they don't talk, they say the LJ way una been sabi we go inside that place, not to the same LJ they come back na do. And there you have judges who are supposed to interpret the law, who are supposed to, you know, measure the balance in their interpretation in the law, give fair judgment or what is could be possibly interpreted as fair judgment, you know, levying heavy sentencing. Just because you not like somebody, no mean for say you for maltreat them. Just because that person they know they dance to the beat of your drum or your tune, not mean for say you for dehumanize them. So me to the Sierra Leone judiciary and the Sierra Leone police, me I go continue for appeal to una good judgment, because you are 2 of the most important institutions that way they make or break a country. Una go make and break a country. So yeah, so LJ is being remanded back to Pademba Road. So now, like what I've been saying last week, it means for say, oh, they're all 12 now, they are all properties of the state. Okay? They are all properties of the state because now not to jail them they anymore. Now then they now in a prison. And once you make that cross from jail to prison, once you go to prison, you basically you are not your rights and liberties them are limited. They are limited because you automatically become a property of the state. I will continue for hammer on this and I will continue for talk on this, because sometimes these are the telltale signs that if we are not careful, if not treated properly, if not handled properly, one of them days there, so I should say where at the talk but different issues them, I will go back to subsection of my thesis. I will go back to subsection of my thesis where The thing them way are right then, they are so true today. The thing them way are one against them, they are reverberating again all over. It's like nothing changed, nothing has changed. It's like we have not moved a stitch. But that is scary though. It is very, very scary. You know, the last time when I go salon, I swear say I not go salon until there are major changes in certain things. And somehow I feel like I've been disenfranchised from going to my own country because the changes that are where are the dream of, the changes where I hope say go be is not being. You know, I promised me nieces and nephews that were born here that, you know what, Tanti, because that's what they call me, that Tanti Jojo will take you to Sierra Leone. You will see where Nana comes from. You will see mommy's background. But all of that has been made impossible. So we want to go back. We want to be part of our land. We want to feel that we are included. We want to feel welcome. But the things them way for make, you know, we encourage people them for go for take even the generations that we don't born now so and say here is where your feet are planted. You may have been born in Canada, mommy may have been born in Canada, but guess what? Mommy has roots. Mommy has a mother, and mommy's mother's roots is from here, because that is in my case, that is it. Mommy's mother's root is from here. Mommy's daddy's root is from here. Please give us the opportunity to do so. Because you know one take Peking go to that country, the way it bring and come back, I swear say that is it. I'll never go there again. You want where them go where every year where the year can then now the money you giddy. When are we going? Are we going? That is what we want. But let us move on to another topic, because today we talk about different things in them, like where I don't explain them at the beginning. And we open the phone line so people go begin calling. The phone lines are open right now. The phone lines are open. If you want to call the toll-free number, I can call the 1-866-944-7722. If you are then a UK, you want to use the UK line, I can call +44 20 80 89 1455. If you are then down under Australia, I can call +61 29 09 84 337. And then if all the one and they not work for now, say una then a salon, una not able to call from the toll free line, WhatsApp back there. Una can call back the WhatsApp number when a 1-343 997 5828. So the phone lines are open, people. The phone lines are open for you all to make your contribution. So a number of things that happen again today, July 1st, a lot of things that happen at Salone. Amongst which the biggest one, when at the renomination of the Salone currency. So the Salone money, they change, then get a new name, then get a new person. So from that big money where we've been get before, where the zero them been boku te left, then don't pull 30 come out. Then say, but if them pull the 30 come out, that it go help for bring value to the money. And then say this money so it not change nothing na the price of things them. Then say if you been they buy something tradeyanda for 1,000 leone, it means say now 1 leone now you they pay. And say the same value whether 1,000 you, so the same thing where you been they able buy for 1,000, if you're able buy that same thing there for 1 million. The same thing where you been they buy for 2,000, if you're able buy them for 2 million. The same thing where they buy for 5,000, if you're able buy them for 5 million. The same thing where they buy for 10,000, if you're able buy them for 10 million. And then bring one new money come when at 20 million. So and the old money we been get 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000. And this new money as so now when them bring come, you get 1 million, 2 million when are the way where the money look now the same. It's just that this new money is small, like the size is small past that old one. The old one it mean big, it mean broad. But this one also they shrink and small. So the 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, and then attempted for call the people a name, but not to them all Asabi right now. Asabi that first mayor, when I now get the 20 million, Asabi Shengepi, Asabi Bible, that person at the and that upper look don't they forgetting him, but it no matter. So they introduced these 20 millions. So now we get 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, and 20 million. So they say anything where 10,000 million been they buy you before, now the same thing 10 millions for buy you. But you see, forgive money value, not to just no more you come out no more you pull 30 come on, 9 they make the thing get a year, 9 they make the thing AB. For this to work, it means that Salone need economic growth, Salone need investors them, Salone need for create jobs. The GDP of Salone need for go up. And how do you bring your GDP up? They bring your GDP up by creating jobs. By having lots of investment, by having international investors and national local investors. It means for say job for day. It means for say business for the boom. It means for say the money for get value. It means for say the wataki blockade not for day they for tin them for the kind side. It means for say imports for be good. It means for say Salone back for the export thing them to other country. So for pull 30 come out no more and say then they go stabilize the economy, then they go lower inflation rate. No, it does not work like that. Listen, I'm not an economist, neither I study economics. Okay, this now me basic economics who I study economics 101, introduction to economics, monetary whatever, and international whatever, global economics what I study now they apply so now. Una know it in Argentina in the I don't remember, I think it was in the 1980s or something like that. Waiting run Argentina down to the drain. Where they mean really get for go through a lot of thing them for really rebuild and outside and they so right now. Una know what happened to Zimbabwe, right? Right now Zimbabwe does not even use its own money. No. And I guess Zimbabwe and Paddy and Boku Wutete. As a matter of fact, me God picking. The biggest law firm inside Zimbabwe, me God picking na imama in brother. So when I say I understand how the economy they work under and how waiting the whatever, I sit down inside it. I understand. Because I can tap into the biggest law firm inside Zimbabwe, international and local law firm inside Zimbabwe for them for ask me. I can pick up the phone right now and call Terence and say, Terence, tell me why is that, and he will explain it to me. So inside right now, so we know our friend we set in a situation where we cannot control inflation. We are not able to control the inflation. We are not able to increase jobs, create jobs, bring investment, maintain the investment, hereby increasing our GDP. That way, our balance book will be balanced, our balance of payment will be good. Cannot simply remove 30 and say you don't take care of inflation and you don't take care of you know, everything else we're economically related to the monetary system in Sierra Leone. Me don't know how the bank governor arrived at this. I don't know which system that we don't put in place for the bleeding that's about to take place. Because as far as I'm concerned, from waiting me Yeri, Ayeri says Sierra Leone money, the value of Sierra Leone money, they can drop to about 40%. By conservative estimate, it is possible that it might even go lower. Some people say it is more admirable for make them change dollar today and then say $1 na 13 leones than na 13,000. But how has that fixed inflation? How is that going to create, you know, diminish unemployment? How is that going to help the GDP? Have people's salary been increased? People, the phone line they're open. Una not left and give me one green. Because if una left and give me one green, I say I don't talk to wait see 9 o'clock come. Top of the hour. The show the lock. That's it. Today Bonyano de. I need to go watch fireworks and tell me don't tell una say na Canada day today Bonyano day at all. Let I just make grand declare one thing today Bonyano day. Today not Obonya day. Not they do Bonyana yaso today. So in terms of that, there is a lot more that we need to discuss and there is a lot more that we go get for experience. Already we notice say even before July 1st. Na yaso asidom. Because I think today mark I think the 3rd show that I'm doing, if I'm not mistaken. Either the 3rd or the 4th show that I'm doing. So it means for say if today na the 4th show I they do, if I'm not mistaken, since my return, it means say today make 1 month when we begin come back on live. Which means that it was exactly 1 month ago where the petroleum industry increased fuel price na Salone, where I can sit down and talk say, how much longer are we going to continue with this? And I remember the CEO been there, so what will they talk for say, how much more are the Sierra Leonean people going to carry? How much more are they going to be able to carry this burden, Yasu? Of increase. Una they increase the price, but una not they adjust inflation. Una not they adjust for people their salary. Na yaso just yesterday, because the price of fuel has gone up. Guess what? The Ontario na the province where me dey. Then don't pull 6 cents come up na the pump price. So the government don't take one of the taxes then where them in the levy na the pump. They don't pull and come out, then they take care of that now, just so for give a little bit of breathing room to the citizens them, whether they go buying at the pump. Can Sierra Leone at this point afford to come in and take some of, you know, the burden on the people then? Can they remove the taxes? Can they take care of the taxes? Can they do a subsidy by taking care of the taxes so that they go bring a little bit of equal playing field, give a little bit of breather to the people. So less than 1 month ago when they increased the fuel price then at Salone, Here is what happened next. Because the money, remember when the governor say nothing enough for change. But I will wait for the technical team, make them put up waiting the press release. We come out the press release we come out now waiting by now the Sierra Leone global energy supply. Yes, that one. So basically here is what waiting and say. They say maximum retail pump price announcement. They say the Petroleum Regulatory Agency with the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Trade and Industry, and the oil marketing companies have jointly reviewed the maximum pump price of petroleum product, which will be in force effective 30th June 2022. They go on to now say, now from that 18,000 done. Now they put new price. They say now the current price of petrol. So here is what they say. Accordingly, pump price effective 30th June 2022 for the public have been adjusted as follows. 22,000, so old money, so new money now 22 Leone for petrol. 22,000 for diesel, old money, 22 Leone, new money. Kerosene, 22,000, new money, 22 Leone. Fuel oil, 22,000, new Leone, 22 Leone. And then they go all bulk up. What are they saying? I think this is lifter shall pay full pass through all commercial consumers, including mining companies, shall pay in US dollars. At the time when Zimbabwe we dey reach so small. Now Zimbabwe now we dey reach so small. Who sign a dollar now and they deal right now. As a matter of fact, Salone is almost there because I hardly come up across people there where even rent self na dollar and they charge. Most transaction inside Sierra Leone na dollar. So I am not surprised that inside a public notice, then like some section of the population go still they pay leones, and then others have to pay them in dollars. So you now begin to ask, what is the currency of Sierra Leone? What is the transaction? What is the official transaction currency of Sierra Leone? Is it dollars or is it leones? This is something that the state needs to make clear to the people. In less than 1 month, I don't increase fuel price. The fuel price, as I know it, has been increased over 100%. Over 100% in 4 years. I get caller una dey call. See then we dey can chamot pan different thing them. Caller, wetin na your name and who say you dey call from?
The caller will always the caller. Everybody, Madam Trader, and the old group and will bring this program to you. I see you do on the new currency when Alibaba and the 41 pigs don't force down the people and create Salone. I remember that the tell I say, then guys say I can't for doing the swamp. They don't doing the swamp with the old money. Now they don't send new money inside. If you look out towards when they interview the president today, Julius Maada Bio, he say a word. He say to economists. They just do them with good intention. I don't know what you mean about that. I don't know if you know the good economics from out inside in government with the advisor. I remember that when they say about this new money, I talk to few people them out about it. I tell them, so this new money is a total disaster. And secondly, it gets to make Salone look bad. People may say, oh well, it gets for like put them inside international, they don't know. I said this new money gets to make everything look bad. Then they try to look good because of the billions then where they don't see. They don't want to let people in 15 billion, so they transfer into Leone. And it gets to more than tomorrow because one, I tell the people and say, why is a thing get to begin it rapidly? When you see Guma, what's happening? All don't increase themselves. You don't say better no day again. Everything they go up, but the people and salary still they down. Everything they go up, but the people are out their salary. They know the go up at all. And one of the things they want to always agitate for, I remember when in the youth in London money. When them people can go there, they tell us, the Kenya so and call them, set the union them. I thought they take money out of people there to the hand. Only know the fight for the payments for more better 19 Jubilee, when them the teacher, take them on any procedure. I think of work, I don't think it really necessary for making a better inside the government. That's a very APC family. Then, it still come inside SLPP side. But what will do that they enrich themselves and destroy the people then? Because if you not let them breathe, then still say you not to eat or you not forget. When I think say if they against every the right of the people then in Salone. But again, Madam Alcindor, if you get clearly, we don't talk for them people there, so we don't talk for them people there. If Salone people we all make one word. We come out one more day, not a riot, but demonstrate inside Salone. We may another day, a few seconds of the country. When we all come out today, then the young go high. Because we don't come out for riot. We don't come out for demonstration, the right thing we don't supposed to do. So sometimes then when we talk again, we look the people, some people still come on, but because they support the bio government. Why? Because of the electric things all the time outside and process. Because people are handouts. And you know the yoke is under handout because the money why the even to the parliamentary and know the yoke can be under. But again, I come again to the judiciary system. Remember, far way back, when they try to protect why the war happened in Salone, the CIC reports, the judiciary and the police. These are the two correct people then. When we still say we get an place. I see my own friend, when the Minister of Information, Rado, they talk na SLBC. And talk the whole way they talk. I want them to say, Una stop all the time for compare. Oh, it happened in America, it happened in Ghana, and it happened this. It happened in Salone. When it comes to bad things, then fast for compare. But they know the ever come out. So what is bad thing? They not come out to see all the good things for that plan in the country. But they good as bad, they good as propaganda, they good as written as literature. So tell people all the crazy things, but they know they apply them. I will let them for now and come back again, Madam Matilda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kola. You see the thing about this price increase. If they increase things them and the salary, the earning of the population or the living standard of the population, they also increase along the line, then maybe you can justify your increase. But if you just increase no more, increase cost, no price control whatsoever, and you just increase people them free at will for do what they want for do, and the government now the leader, the forefront leader of this, it's either one or two things. It's either the government is so far removed from the people that they do not seem to understand or appreciate the cry of the people, or they understand but they could care less. If you survive, it's almost like the jungle mentality. Let the fiercest, let the fiercest and the one who can endure or tolerate the most last. And not to dande we want na the country. I get callers them, so I go pick up the calls them. Caller, waiting at your name and who say you the call from. Okay, we lost the call. So, you know, if you just the increase price, the no more increase price, the no more increase price. Even na Canada, the population don't begin grumble, say the government need to do something. Either they intervene and then take out, you know, certain commodity taxes them, so that the people then go able breathe, where then go to the grocery stores them for go biting them, so that they could be able, so that they're able for afford healthy meal, and at least then 3 square meal a day, or that the government increase people and salary them for meet with the current inflation rate, and for meet with the current cost of living. So you cannot be in a country where no more you just the increase, but you know they balance with cost of living. You know they balance the cost of living with income, salary, income, payments. And still they ask, do ya, if somebody understand why make petrol and kerosene now the same price? I want for no. Because they serve 2 different functions. Their processing and refineries are completely different. I really want for no. And people can go feel to say, you know, I'm joking when I'm saying this. But please, not to alting a sabi, not to alting a no. I see one of the viewers saying that they mistakenly press yes when they wanted to press no. I don't know, because this is a live poll. I don't know that we can make the correction to change your response, but hopefully I remember to take that into account to deduct a 1, giving my reasoning of 1 when I delay my final submission. So you see, this is the thing. It's not encouraging. It's not encouraging. You can't, you know, continuously they repress the people there. They already don't have enough. They already don't have any. The little that they are trying to squeeze from Mother Earth, you are also you try to take that away from them. When was the last time salaries were increased in Sierra Leone? How many times the cost of things they not you know, increased in Sierra Leone? Times over. What have the governments done? Because listen, I am sorry, this is the work of the government. This is not the responsibility of government. Now government in responsibility for make sure say there is price control. Now government in responsibility for make sure say people are remunerated, people are paid according to living standard, according to cost of living, according to economic, you know, whatever. Now the government in responsibility for ensure say people they not go hungry. Now the government in responsibility. So I am sorry to them people when one small project come when the EU don't sponsor, or Canada don't sponsor. Like I say, I work in international development. I know the files that come across my table. Because I am under an ethical code, I cannot speak of these things that I see about Sierra Leone. I cannot. So therefore, it no matter what you are saying, what you are talking, so anything we can on my table, we can on my desk, when me Matilda Cola put me signature to, I know they ever talk so as so long as it concerns Sierra Leone. So when they come, when they vuvuzela, they make the government, they do. Do you know how much international money goes into Sierra Leone? Una know how much international money they go inside Sierra Leone from different countries, them from different basket funds, them from different pool funds, them for different initiatives, them. And then when they come, instead of implementing these things so that it can benefit the population, and in turn allow the population to reap the benefits, simmer in the benefits, una want make a kind of yaso and can clap hand for somebody. No, I no go clap hand for nobody. I know they clap hand for something where people are entitled to. I know they clap hand for something when are them birthright. I know they clap hand for something where as Sierra Leoneans they are entitled to. I know they clap hand. Go out of the ordinary, do the extraordinary, and then maybe I will give you some form of recognition. I know they clap hand for a job where you beg me, say put me there and make her do. I know they clap hand for that. Impossible. I do not expect at the end of the day for the thousands of people that I interact with in my job for them to be giving me, you know, a tap on the shoulder and say, Matilda, a job well done. Yes, you've done. No, that is my work. That is what I sign up to do. And I for dispense and to the best of my ability. And whenever something come on, I don't, it for be top notch, it's for be good quality. Because that is what I am remunerated for. Not expect for be put on a pedestal. For every small thing, una want make them give praise. This praise singing must stop. Because this praise singing, you know, they care we country gonna say. If people are put in situation to do jobs, let them do their job. And then after that, you know, say again, 90 electricity people and then self then can with their own. Already una know they give people them electricity. Already una know they so how many times we not don't see friends there, we not don't get family members the way that they can then talk say, hey, now 2 weeks they go so no light to, now 3 weeks they go so no light to. Now 72 hours they go so no light to within and the pueblo, with this and the pueblo. And they have the bold mind to say approved tariff by Sierra Leone Electricity and Water Regulatory Commission for Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, EDSA, effective 1st July 2022. Already you are not doing what the people are paying for. They are paying for things that they are not receiving, and you have the impetus, you have the audacity for ad pandem just because they say money they change, just because they say, oh, there is a world crisis, there is a bit of destabilization going on, so you are using it to gouge people. Goma Valley, same thing. Una know they give people the water, people and they change them pipe there. I remember the last time I went to Sierra Leone, I see how the tap going into my grandmother's house was running. I'm like, the pressure too low. Let me do something about it. I dug up the entire place, replaced all of the pipes there. By then corrosive pipe them they use them metal pipe them. I'm like, no, we are in modern days. We are not doing these metal pipes anymore. Make we use the now modern pipe them. When are they? Me don't know how they call them, the material anyways. But it is made of plastic. I dug up the entire thing, top to bottom, to make free flowing water they can at the compound. Just recently, I was talking to someone. I'm like, hey, how is the water pressure? Is it still going? And I begin laugh. They say, but Matibo, you said, now tell no more, we not be one tell you, because we know so if you tell you, you go vex. You go vex, you don't go know what to do, because of we see the work and the effort and the love where you put inside your granny hose. For make sure say speak and spank, you change all to you, make a metallic for say now brand new house 9 and day. He say you left, you not 2 years yourself, now water stuff for Canada place. Now buy we don't buy water for all the years there, so me not left open first because I didn't know where to start. But every year, people and they pay the NRA. Like me, so they pay. I'm not in default of any tax na Salone. Where can't to me granny house? I mean, I'm not in default of no tax in Salone. Where can't to me granny house? As a matter of fact, when they not come with the bill, now me they send person gonna city council and say una go ask them. Now me the same person go na NRA say una go ask them what is my taxes for this year. So every year I make sure that the house is in compliance. But yet waiting are they pay for, I know they get them. Waiting are they pay for, the people them what they know they get the benefits. They are not getting the dividend. And yet you want us people to sit here and be vuvuzellaing you. What am I vuvuzellaing? What am I clapping? What am I applauding? What is there to clap? What is there to applaud? Where at the end of the month I go pay water rate. I know they get the water. And then I for go pay 70,000 leons for make them can supply Bowser water na the house. Come on now. Come on now. And you all expect people to be applauding you, to be treating you like demigods when nothing is working. People and just they die fiti-fata. People cannot afford a decent meal a day. There is nowhere to turn to. Because even Fana Market self no they sell anymore. Because people just don't have the liquid. They don't get the liquid. Money is not flowing. It's not circulating. They don't have the transactional to transact. But yet you are just there increasing. And then there was a communique again that came from the power ship that was supposedly is meant to be supplying lights, saying that they are going to halt their, supplies because the country owes them money and is in default of paying them. But apparently, a communique came out from the Minister of Communication, Rado Soare, who said that this is not so, that there was an impasse, but they don't solve the issue, and that there won't be any. I bring this come out for say something came out. But then he came and said that there was an impasse and they've solved it and whatever was owed has been paid. So I hope so the people them we normally can get light go get light, and that there will be more transmitters put in place for more people to enjoy light. It is sad that in Sierra Leone of all places, with all of the water beds them where we get, but we are surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, We land is so able. We land get more water. There are more lands covered by water beds in Sierra Leone than the actual land of the land itself. And yet, we are not able to boast of having free-flowing water 24/7. We cannot boast of having uninterrupted electricity 24/7. We cannot boast of having modern day hospitals. Before they say Jaco, they say Ghana. Before they say Jaco Kotiai, they say India. Before they say Jaco Kotiai, in England, they say, sometimes if we go England and go do this, or if we go America, how long we go there and Jaco Kotiai? How long? How long are we going to keep drinking? The last caller talked about the TLC. I intentionally can stay away from talking about the TLC because it hurts. It hurts to talk about the TLC. It hurts to see that very TLC, as bad as South Africa can be sometimes with their xenophobia, the use of that TLC has propelled them to heights. You can call Kagame a dictator, whatever you want for Poland, but when you go Rwanda, you see a nation that has developed. You see a man with ambition, a man with a drive for its people, regardless. You know they see the average man, they suffer. You cannot see it. When them want bring thief Canada tongue, he won. They want them. Junk phone, thief, like where thief and junk phone rampart so hijacking up that how them call them SS Camp Road going to Regents. Now they the hijacking and thief now don't buckle. When them you want bring and carry Uganda about a couple of years ago, he warned them. He warned, he said, listen, it's going to, my reaction, the state's reaction will be brutal because we cannot allow such, ragamuffin attitude amongst we. We want for welcome people them now, we nation. We want for make them come back when they left. We want for make them know for say this place is secure, is stable, is sound. When those boys of Lot did not listen, when, and it is not the right way to go, but sometimes states take drastic action for curb certain things then. When he talk one, he want two, nobody not listen. Instead, the height of the thievery started increasing. Now he plots how they call him a civilian policeman then at it. They monitor certain areas then. When they shoot one, then shoot two, then shoot number three, now they know you hear him again, 10 down at that country there. Like I said, I'm not justifying killing. I'm saying there has to be discipline established within a nation. I'm saying there has to be progress, tangible progress that you can see with your eyes, that you can feel. You know, it's funny, a few years ago, when this government took on power, I said for 6 months, I know they criticize them. I know they say nothing, I just observe. And people are like, oh, this, da. I'm like, no, they are new. Me not they pan this 90-day rule. 90 days is too short. I know say the man say in 90 days, JJ Safa said they don't rectify the economic issues of Salone and the bread and butter issues will be solved. But however, you get for use judgment. Now that may God give we all coconut. Using my judgment, it wasn't prudent for me to start looking at some of the lacunas and gaps and whatever. I had friends who said to me, this is the greatest development they've seen going on in Sierra Leone. I'm like, are you sure? They said yes. I'm like, have you spoken to the local people? I'm not saying you who come from the US, you who come from Canada with your Canadian dollar and can afford. You who come from the US with your US dollars and can afford. You who come from Australia, you who come from what you might call it, the UK and can afford. What on are they talk about? What on are they talk about at all? Excuse me. I want to talk about, make we go Bottom Mango. Make we go Krube. Make we go Songo. Make we go Hastings. Make we go inside Bandajuma. Make we begin. If these people are saying this is the best development that they've seen, then I'll take your word for it. But until these people start saying that, I am sorry, my dear, I am equal to your power, meaning that I can equally display and eat in the most luxurious of hotels in Sierra Leone, the most luxurious of restaurants in Sierra Leone. I can go to the most luxurious spas that I can find in Sierra Leone. I can charter a car for a day if I want. There are things that I'm able to do given my economic standing. But this economic standing is only made possible by virtue of where I happen to find myself. I don't know that I could have been able to say the same if I was in Sierra Leone. So until the one day where they live there 365 days a week start saying so, I am sorry, I cannot have this conversation with you. And all of me party then sabi me for that. They all sabi me for that. If we begin forget this conversation, we are going to have it on a fair and equal level field. Playing field, period. So now, I want we dey move on. A lot of things they happen, you know. The phone lines are still open, people. You know, okay, we have a call. Caller, what's your name and who say they call from?
Yeah, hi, my sister. My name is Mohammed. I call from Australia. How do you do?
Not bad, you say.
Yeah, not too bad. Look, just a little bit of contribution. I can usually find that very difficult for calling contribute because you know they know say for start, you know. Just with regards to this currency denomination and also like the fuel stuff all the talk. Look, I think the reality is most of the leaders them within that place they're not joking and a joke, yeah, jokers them, and because the fact is not Salone GDP, we'll talk about GDP. The production and for determine the value of currencies and people them living standard. Look, majority of Sierra Leoneans the major when I say majority, I talk about over 90% of the population. They look at unemployment. Not to take what comes alone, and I travel the width and breadth of that country, and you see how poverty is rife in that country. You see how people they suffer. So I think even when most people then talk about you know, increasing salary and all of that. We talk about only a little bit of percentage of Australians that will actually employ. The majority of people now plates and get in is sell stuff, then they work around, see people in the suffer in the country. So we talk about majority of the population that will not even get employment, not alone talking about payment. And the handful will get employment. The majority of them know they get payment for months in the work, for months at a time. Then they work without payment, and if just a handful, just a little bit, when they get payment and they don't get paid well. So I think when we talk about you know standard of living and stuff like that now, Salone, we're not there anywhere. We are literally almost 100 years back. You know, even I hear like when we talk about this this whole infrastructure, like you even mentioned something about water, where they run and stuff like that. Look, we all have ambition for that country, but how extensive na the water system self na the country? You don't even pass na water, not even reach water low self. Even inside Freetown self na just few houses and you will claim say then get water pipe, and like how they talk, they don't rust, they don't did it for like over 50, 60 years. So that country we still do really bad. We still really backwards, and we need to call a spade a spade. The reality is we did far from anything, and the government, the politicians, is so good at it. They know the time with the international community, they listen and they watch for what in Sierra Leone they do like this. 1st of July or 4th of July. This now because internationally a lot of government and they take steps for rectify. So they know that that time when they publish anything, then go get international funding. Just another way for you for thief money again. You know, they don't deceive with people then for a very long time. To be honest, one wouldn't know waiting for do anymore because the leaders they will get, they're not even able for run Sierra Leone community with the overseas. Like now UK or America, they get Sierra Leone organizations, then these guys they can't even run little communities like that, for be honest with you, you know. So look, I just want to say for reduce the denomination of the money, not just a way for cheats, now the country another way for able for thief people them. And simple things like the fuel for able for audit and monitor fuel, let them not mix the diesel and fuel and gasoline and kerosene. Now they all get the same price. How pathetic can that be? You know, they know for manage simple thing as for keep them in the standard to a point that each one get in different price because the processing system is different. So I don't understand how they know for manage something as simple as that. So look, I would just stop here for now, but look, I think when I do a great job, the conversation will keep going. Hopefully, we'll sensitize with people and when they back home, and hopefully, people don't go know what's going to happen. But the things are really, really terrible in that country. They're really bad, to be honest. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you very much, caller. So this caller, when I say in just come Salone, even take the time for travel, the length and breadth, mean for say it try for go all side. Not to Freetown no more, but na Salone for see for comparing them, and instead they report waiting you see. Now I want to move on to you see, these are talks that we are going to keep having until something changes, and like I can normally say, until something bites, we are not going to stop. I get a caller on the line. Caller waiting. Are you name and which side you call from?
Madam Matilda, I come again for the second time. Like, I'm here the bank governor say, into the 3-0 because it try to reduce on the volume of the money when people can travel. Another thing again, when since they copy everything from other countries, they win bad, why they not copy from Nigeria? When Nigeria out from the travel, just 10 weeks and give them very money, when they cause all them trouble. Look at everything in this, there is a lot of present place where the bank can get to Nigeria. They encourage people then to open accounts. Then you know they see again Nigeria man they pull money, quick they ask you for your account number and they send you money so easily. Why they not do an Salone? If you don't really want for cut off the amount or the bulky money where people use for travel with or do transaction. If you don't people they are so really serious. Because I don't see any reason, even now inside Nigeria, you dey inside the US, you dey send money inside Nigeria through the upgrade and get even get them here, so that's a few amounts you pay, whilst the person they collecting and everything, the same dollar, not even dollar the person they collecting the person do. But Salone waiting, up to now we still not even get them. Like we do if one send money to people. Now we're sending you they got serious money. Because madam going to increase tax study. So when they get the bad word, like say, actually, in just the bad, so they get the bad word anyhow. That's what I do. They're not serious. So they can say, I'm going to keep it here. Bye bye.
Okay. I'm actually glad you when the caller hang up because the caller had to be non begin one pass mark to the point where I not be even they understand again. I don't even understand again what in the caller mean they say because we don't vex. You can tell that for every other word in temperature being the rise, you know, the octave being they go up. So anyways, I know it's frustrating, but I can always tell people they say, listen, don't allow the pressures of the world or externalities they will give you high blood pressure, you know, because if you do, now that losses, now you losses, now you people the losses. I understand say they get this telephone company when are Orange, where you can send Orange money transfer from many parts of the world to anybody where they, and again I think say you get for be a subscriber, the person over yonder get for be a subscriber to Orange in order for make you go able you know able to do something like that. But we have a long ways to go. We have a long ways to go, you know. By now I think say Sierra Leone for don't be a place where you for able direct deposits a person in your account, then for also able direct deposits in your account. You can able send money directly deposit to a company to pay for something for someone and the person just go, they go pick it up without having the hassle of doing, you know, Western Union, MoneyGram, this gram, this field, that field. anyways, I know a few times I try forget something them from Sierra Leone. The hassle in trying to pay for the things, you know, it make I give up halfway. But because I needed them, I just had to persevere. I want to read something very uncommon where we not can see from you know, the Attorney General's office, because we know for say boku people them that white paper. Now remember that white paper report that three judgments, then judgments wey been come from that now be waiting them in call ourselves that commission of inquiry. Now remember what I done, I also I read this the descending whatever of all three of the judges them. I know for say that then have been one of the longest shows them all been they do, because I do them in series. I make sure say I not left anyone. I read word for word for word for all of the plaintiff, all of the accused them, all of them findings them. I read all thing. And I can go back and go pull them shows them day. So one don't come on I do this July 4th, we say, and I they can read. He say Office of the Attorney Generals and Ministry of Justice, third floor, Guma Building, Lamina Sanko Street, Freetown, Sierra Leone, July 1st, 2022. Pursuant to the recommendations of the Justice Amana Atugoba Commission of Inquiry, number 667 of the 2018, and the government's white paper 2020, the Office of the Attorney General and the Ministry of Justice has demanded Captain Benjamin O.N. Davis and Alhaji Ibrahim Kemosise to pay the sum of 1,600, no, 100 and, oh, now wait. Let me take a break. Okay. Has demanded that Captain Benjamin O.N. Davis and Alhaji Ibrahim Kemosise pay the sum of $1,600,000 United States dollars and 135,000 United States dollars respectively. The commission discovered, amongst other things, that Captain Benjamin N.O. Davis masterminded the irregular and corrupt award of the contract for the purchase of a pilot boat at $1,600,000 to a company called Davis and Dan. The commission also found that the said company supplied an Iveco engineer, which is cheaper and less robust than that of the Caterpillars, as was stipulated in the contract, documented and ordered that the whole purchase price of the pilot boat should be recovered from him. Alhaji Ibrahim Kemosise is to refund to the state the sum of 135,000 for the fraudulent grants and sales of property situated, lying and being at and known as the nursery land at Regent Road, Regent Hill Station, Freetown, which formed part of the subject matter at the Commission of Inquiry in 2018. These monies are to be paid into the Commission of the Inquiry Special Recovery Bank of Sierra Leone account within 40 days of the receipt of letters served. Further legal steps will be adopted to enforce compliance of the said order. Waiting me one know, I don't want to talk about this one. No, waiting me one know is waiting happen to all the other people and we been there. And then 3 documents they want to read from. Then 3 judges. Then 3 judges, one of which is actually deceased right now. Bankole Indon die, may his soul rest in peace. But the other 2 then still they alive. Wetin happen to the other one then? This now one incident where we dey see. And going back, wetin happen to all the reports them wey Chernobyl, the African Express don pull Nado as to dubious contracts and naming and creation of fictitious companies and all of them thing in there. I don't want to make the states the cherry pick waiting and they you know waiting and they show to the public, or waiting and choose for share with the public, and waiting and not choose for share with the public. If una don't share una findings with the public, every time una receive money or una do a settlement or whatever it is, the public ought to know. Una no go they can give with them 1, 2, 3 sporadic and almost targeted conclusion of findings. You know they show good hand. You know, it does not show good practice. You know, and then they normally get for say with this one also. Because I know there will be more to come. Because we don't see where the Anti-Corruption Commission don't they give white envelope and reports to the president saying a recovery of this, recovery of that, but we have no details of this recovery, how this recovery, who are the people that were recovered from. The last time then give we a number and say then go come back and give we detail. Now remember that press conference last year, I spoke about it. You know, I spoke about it last year, that press conference. If you guys follow me and you know the things that I talked about, I talk about that press conference there, and I talk about you know, the fact that they give me some numbers them, but to their numbers then they're not, you know, they're not give me detail, and then promise say then go come back and give me details of their number then they. But up till now, as the saying go, there has been yin. Now I want to close with something where hopefully by next week I go done for read the different documents then and sort of form an opinion of what's going on. As of right now, the only thing where I know is that I know for say the opposition don't ask the Speaker of Parliament for put this document on hold. I also know for say legal links. I think it's legal links then call them make no mistake. Please give me a second. Let me make sure I find the name and address them properly. Just give me a second, people. Yeah, legal links don't write to the Speaker of Parliament, and in their writing then copy the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Chief Justice, the Clerk of Parliament, opposition leaders in Parliament, the National Civil Registration Authority, the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, excuse me people, the Sierra Leone Bar Association, civil society organizations and press, then copy them. Now this thing also where then they ask the Speaker of Parliament for hold on to for this you know they write a letter where they say to the Honorable Speaker requesting to put on all the parliamentary proceedings regarding the proposed Public Election Act of 2022 to allow for civil society's input, wider consultation and education of the public. This thing also don't bring beaucoup boss. As you guys know, the first person who sound the alarm bell on this, now been Chernobyl of the African Express say, hey guys, una sit down, the one that baru with the election thing or the election act. Make I take this caller. Caller, waiting on your name and who say the call from. Hello, caller. Okay, we lost the caller. Hopefully the caller calls again before we close, because we're about to close. Caller, if you can call within the next 15 minutes, I will definitely take your call. So waiting the legal links right is very long. I'm not going to able to read them today because I go want for pull certain parts them and then justifications then where then give for ask the speaker for put this particular bill on hold. But like I said, this is a subject matter we'll go touch on later. But that doesn't mean that we cannot start, give a prelude to waiting the go on. So because of that, I want to give acknowledgement to oh, okay, we have the caller. Caller, wait till I name and who say the call from. Excuse me. Hello, caller.
Yes, hello.
Yes, wait till I name
I call from US.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much, at least for sensitizing me over this through this medium. My sister, our country actually really sad. Yeah, because remember some of we be in that country, we be even get some service companies them like this post office. Yeah, you will be so surprised for no see this we post office in our country presently in the work. Because what can happen? I get me bobo. We start for attend na Sierra Leone. So I'll say migrate come join me. So recently I've been need a document when in transcript for my school. Could you imagine? For I send somebody, I say, well, go to the post office, make your mail them. The person go and say the post office, not the work. So I say, well, go try DHL. When I go DHL and say, just if you can imagine, just an A4 paper. When are the information where they for send, but they need the original copy. That thing ever cost something like $2,700,000, almost close to $300 through DHL. So you can imagine. You see, once even up to this time, there were other neighboring countries. They are like Liberia, Guinea, Ivory Coast. Then postal service, then they work. You see, all this now ain't not responsible now for the hardship of the people. Then programs, their offices, they will be there all over the country. They create employment. What did not go wrong? Well, all them place their jobs, then they don't close. You can imagine. You see, I really sad with country. You know, it really sad. I actually don't know what really they go on. You see. So I not say now for this we other man we presently. Oh, all be they expect highly. So what we don't see from the day where this woman come into power when a bill to now, it just every day when you think about the country, you just the sick. Now they feel good. You see, sometimes they ask yourself, really say what really they go on. This is not a cause or waiting. You see, imagine look this recently way then they do. If we not get people aware actually like what they do so. For they go through, they get access on some of their information they are now they bring them to the public. You know, that debate they spark up everywhere now. Yeah. If I don't be a disaster, people just get the brain stem how for stay into power in all kind means, all kind way. Then get them brain then but the brain how for open up that country, how for create development. Now in lacking. You see. My sister, anyway, let God sorry for that we country. But it really hard. I believe say anybody so far where God go help, come 2023, go take that country there. We really get for screen we really get for screen the kind people away for coming to governance. But if not, I did tell you, then drag man no more, all my one be this, all my one be that. If we not try for putting a system as to how we get for the put people in a position that country there. All them talk here, all the right up here with people and they do, you understand, just they go in vain. So now that mommy gets my sister. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Okay. So yeah, things are difficult, things are tough. It's hard to get things done in Sierra Leone. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes we don't talk about our own personal struggle because we try to remove emotions from it and personal matters from it and just look at things for what they are. But things are tough, extremely difficult to get done in Sierra Leone. But like I say, hopefully in the coming weeks and days, I will get time for peel through the introduction of this new law with MB1, slickishly slide them like snip lock up away. But I want to say thank you to somebody like Chelnova from the African Express. We picked this up very quickly, promptly, actually since last week. In fact, not even since last week, since week before last, I pick them up. Where they say, unasidom, something is about to happen to our electoral laws that even goes against the Constitution because they not consult the Constitution in proposing, in amending. Because they just go gap and amending way in a constitutional whatever without oh God. I don't want to go into it. Let me read. But I don't read it all. I will take pointers and then we can talk about this. But this na something will concern every Sierra Leonean, especially if you then at the diaspora. And una working quick for run to political party and I belong, me na red, me na green, me na yellow, me na orange. And una the plan for go Salone this September for go register. And then wait for go next year, June for go vote. Una better you the download. They want to chukalize una in a way that una self go say, Lord, in thy mercy, who say we been there. Let me play the reaction of the leader of opposition, and we go, like I say, not today, because the document has to be read. Therefore, understand them in new way, layman terms. Talk to certain legal luminaries, if that's thing they want to understand, and say, this is what I understand. Is this what it is saying? And then come back to Una and tell Una in layman terms, waiting and they try for do. I will ask me technical team, make you just play this one and this one so they can close with this show so for today till we come back.
Basically, during the last date where we discussed the bill in Parliament after the first reading, on the side of we on side being confirmed clearly say the bill just come in Parliament. We need time for look at them, because if we not look at the bill properly, we will not be able for debate them. We need to know all what's inside the bill. Now that we don't go look at the bill, we find out say plenty area than daily we get reference to the Constitution, and some of them they attempt for alter the Constitution by amending it. And we not believe that the correct procedure. If you want for come with a bill where they refer to the Constitution, you for not amend the Constitution first before you come with the bill, but then put the cat before the house, and that will be opposition. And you see after the 204, the speaker said they see reason for stand on the house, and we go get a tete-a-tete and come back. The position still not the same.
The side we get more controversy with the proportional representation or district block system where we have done the talk about. Now one way already in the Constitution as the leader of government business minister or even the speaker say, what are some of the things them way you think say things them way they are the Constitution where this bill also they try for shake or like play with?
Well, basically, as I say, things and they talk about fixed date, for instance. As the Constitution they write now the president in consultation with the chairman and NEP the fixed date. Then we want to agree on the fixed date now. We get 4 specific commissioners also mentioned in the Constitution under Section 32. Very clear. Now, because we get the Northwestern region, but they not even say 5 commissioners and just one for left arm open. We don't know how. That's again the attempt for alter the Constitution. Plenty other things in the way we don't discuss, you follow, we then they debate. The PR system are just one of them.
So for not debates na the well, na the right option, the right decision by your party?
Well, we get for debate. For debate at the right time, better than for debate at a time when you're not prepared.
We see the speaker call na the well, of course, stand down the house and go get it at this. So some people, they say, we're not doing our homework as leaders, the leadership of parliament. What you going for say about that?
Well, it depends on what the people will think. But the point is, the leadership on the SLPP side get in position and get in views. We have get to position and we get to views. So whenever the House not able to come together, definitely the speaker will take a stand.
The understanding that them for go do the right thing, bring come the constitutional instruments, them way for come look into before them. When I start for debate, yes. When I start now for debate, this bill so we cover them. What in you expect?
Well, basically, we expect anything where they put on this bill, whether for deal with the constitution, we get effect on the constitution. We for clear and force before we take the next step. I just want to continue for make everybody know say we hold Nayaso. Now for represent the people that we send me for camp parliament, but by extension also for represent the party, because the party give it ticket for camp. When they do nothing now, so on we own where they go against what in the party want for we do. When they do nothing else on we own where they go against what in the people that we send for represent them want for we do. So at every step where we move, we they consult. At every step where they move, we they do the things that we believe so we don't get back from people.
Plenty thank you for talking to Black TV Online.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I want to tell Black TV Online, thank you for the clip, because now they put this summation together from leader of the opposition, and like I tell you now, legal links self don't write. The speaker say for stand down this particular bill. Una see how the presentation of this particular bill has also been being boss inside parliament, because first of all, them pull this thing on a morning, then table them, they not give the parliamentarian, they not even give them 24 hours, then them be one for debate them. Could you imagine? A bill, you bring and can, you table you not give the people in 24 hours, and then you want for debate, and this thing so it entrench, it touch on the how they call them, the people their rights. It touch on the people their rights, and it touch on so many things that we get for do with the constitution. So how you go present something we get for do with the constitution, where you not amend your constitution you not change your constitution, you not put things inside the constitution we go allow you for bring can which you they try for bring can, but you want bring this thing here so come, and then like coconut and net, you want which the people there. Just like that. And like I said, hate me or love me, criticize me or whatever, this way also it touch on every single Sierra Leonean. So you were the well read, the bubuna treat. You were the well green, the sampanacona. You were the well orange, the jigimote. It touch on una all. No single person not left behind. As a matter of fact, they try for redefine who a Sierra Leonean is. Because being a Sierra Leonean, I allow you that right for vote. They even try for redefine who a Sierra Leonean is. But like I say, I will do an injustice to you, my viewers, if I not take me time and read waiting the inside and pull come out waiting and the try for say and bring and cancel now. Someone is already doing a fantastic job at this, and then at the person of Chernobyl of the African Express. They hold a series of discussion on this new law and this new act. If you have time, check him out, check the Africanist page out and see what is being said. Or like I say, Chernobyl can try for broken down, but is where can talk, they talk in very, sometimes, not all man go able to understand them where they talk. So some of we self get for can we nyaka small and bring and can down small for make all man go able kind side the kotoku and make we shake. We get for beat this rough race. We really get for beat this rough race. So my people, we have come to the top of the hour. We don't spend 2 hours together. It's been a beautiful 2 hours. I want to tell all reviewers them una all boku thank for where una continue for day with we. And remember the show na 7 p.m. now they start. They done 9 p.m. 2 hour show. We try to start prompt at 7. If una see say past 7 o'clock, we're not there online. Maybe we're encountering some technical glitches or technical difficulty, but we try to keep to our time, which is 7 p.m. and we end at 9 p.m. We calls them, on our concerns them, on our contributions them. So at the beginning of the show, we've been they run a poll, sorry, not pool, but poll. We've been they run a poll. We ask the question, say, will the new currency improve the economic situation in Sierra Leone? Now, waiting the poll the show, it say 2 people they say yes, but I don't tell una say one of the viewers them reach out to me and say they mistakenly press on yes when they intend for press no. So that viewer they online and then they watch and they acknowledge that. So taking that into account, we go say 13 people said no and 1 person said yes. So we go say 13 people said no, 1 person said yes. If I want for aggregates than the another whatever, I go say about 90% said no and about 7% said yes. Okay. Actually it's a little more than 90%. So if I aggregate and 2, if 2 they give me 14, which means say if I minus, that means in a 7%, and then I take the other 7%, bring and count to the no, obviously it will be over 90%, 92.8%. So thank you, Mr. Producer. I don't calculate them for me. So we will have an aggregate with 13 respondents. I'm having to explain what happened, with 92.8% saying no and 7% saying yes, with 1 responder saying yes. So listen, we don't come to the top of the hour. I tell you all, boku thank you. May God bless we all. Usai we happen for Fenway safe. May God continue to for cover with for the one them where they travel go Sierra Leone, and we can use that boat. The boating price don't change effective today. The boating price don't change from $40 to $45. As soon as see the press communique will come out from the operators of the boat and say they not change the price from 2008. Where then they operate since 2008, they're not changing price, but current economic conditions and fuel prices and what have you cost them for add $5 extra to the price. So it's gone from $40, the sea boat, right, the sea whatever that ferry owner can use, to now $45. Now boku people and go notice say I not talk about that nonsense communique we been come out Sunday where they talk about $25 charge in by airport security and $25 charge out. And the reason we cannot talk about that, because that has been addressed by the Ministry of Transport and say this was a communique done without the approval or without consultation with government, and as of right now it's a moot point. Women for say all water, according to all water, and therefore if anybody they go Salone and any airport security person mistake for ask una for $25, una no mind the person. First of all, it's not even done. It should have never been a talk in the first place, but anyways, Salona we country na day we come out, we all get for joinan for say better falaram. And if better follow the country, better follow we all, and better follow we all generations to come. So with that, we know we're tired for talk. Once again, to my Canadian listeners and viewers, them I say Happy Canada Day, Bon Fête de Canada, and to the custodians of the land, again, I say Miigwech. May God bless we all. Natata.